I'm Kyle Hoos.
And I'm Lloyd Wilson. And we have some great topics to cover today. So, big trade that happened in the city of brotherly love. Also, a big game that happened over this past weekend. Also has some fried toast.
Burnt toast,
so we got to see what that all entails.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about the trade, with both of you guys. And it's going to be interesting, especially the big game. Had a lot of ups and downs. Some other people got some pretty burnt, you could say apple pie. But, yeah, looking forward to talking to it.
Definitely.
The women's field hockey team keeps earning academic awards this past season. 5 athletes have been named to the NFHCA Division III Scholars of Distinction. The students need a 3.9 or higher cumulative GPA. Melissa Donaldson and Abby Hainsworth have achieved this for the 3rd consecutive time. Moving over to men's basketball team, Connor Dickerson was named to the COSIDA Academic All-District team. Dickerson was a huge help on the court that gained Rowan the number 2 seed in the NJAC tournament next week. He's averaging 9 points a game with 3.7 rebounds as well. We look forward to seeing them play strong. The women's lacrosse team has picked up officially number 3 overall for the preseason polls for the NJAC. Only the defending champion TCNJ and then Montclair State is ahead of them in the polls. With the team opening up the season on February 23rd, home against your Ursinus, we are all looking forward for them to get a hot start and keep going.
The men's basketball team defeated a tough NJAC opponent in the Montclair Redhawks 110-102. In the win, Andrew Seeger led the way in scoring with 27 points, and right behind him was Marcellus Ross with 26. Hafiz Melvin also had himself a day with a 20-piece off the bench. The NJAC tournament is quickly approaching. The real season starts now. The women's basketball team also caught a dub on Wednesday, 75-69. Nicole Maurer led the way in scoring with 20 points, and the Profs close in on the NJAC tournament against either Rutgers-Camden or Stockton. Good luck to the Profs. In the latest round of the regional rankings for women's and men's indoor track and field, men's and women's basketball, Rowan remains among the schools listed. Both the men's and women's indoor track and field teams will compete in the NJAC championships this Monday, February 21st in Staten Island, New York at the Ocean Breeze Complex. And after that, we're going to take a quick step off, but when we come back, we're going to talk about posterizers, trades, and a lot more.
And I can't change, even if I try.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to All Access. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your news around the professional sports world. From the gridiron to the diamond, pitchers and catchers reported to Major League Camp this past week, or at least they were supposed to. The MLB and MLB Players Association still have yet to come to an agreement on a new collective bargaining agreement for the 2022 season and beyond. The two sides have continued to meet and will look to ramp up negotiations so the work stoppage will not bleed into the regular season. As of right now, both sides are very far apart on key issues, especially ones revolving around the compensation for young players. We will see if the season can get rolling on time. Also, some interesting news coming out of the NHL. The Arizona Coyotes will be moving to a new arena after their lease at the Gila River Arena has expired and will not be renewed. The city of Glendale broke off negotiations to renew their lease on the arena, so it will force the Coyotes to move to the campus of Arizona State University. The stadium only holds about 5,000 people, but the Coyotes will pay $20 million to upgrade it to their standards. The Coyotes are expected to play there until 2024-25 season and with an option for the 25-26 season. That'll be all right now, but we'll be back with more Posterizers here on All Access.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know. Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute. You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome back to All Access with the Props. We have a fun segment today, as we like to call it, Posterizers. Posterizers is the segment where we take a look at the best contact dunks from the week around the NBA. We got the king of Chicago, DeMar DeRozan, absolutely making himself known in the Windy City. Here we see him get past the defender from the top of the key, switching hands while dribbling right into the paint and completing that one-handed slam over Jacob Pilates. He just takes his soul to the ground with that dunk as he pushes for that MVP spot this year. No way you guys can top this one.
Now, that was a good dunk, Kyle, but I think I could do you one better. Going to the city of brotherly love with the Philadelphia 76ers and the frontrunner for the MVP, Joel Hans Embiid. Embiid missed his three-throw attempt at the charity stripe, but it's rebounded by Georges Niang, and it's passed back right to Embiid. Throw it down, big guy. Throw it down over Jarrett Allen of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think Allen's soul may have left his body on that one. Lloyd, I don't think you can get much better than that.
Listen, Joel got to make his free throws. You know how I feel about that. But hey, let's see if I can top this one. Put the rookie in the post. He's not the best shooter, but he got a whole lot of muscle and a lot of athleticism. 6'7" out of Congo, came with the spin and the bango. I know you guys like that one. Reggie Jackson. Have you ever heard of Reach, I Teach? Heard this lesson. Look, you're going to learn this one, my brother, because, look, you got to step up and you got to make sure your big man doesn't get banged on. And unfortunately, he did. So next time, don't jump. For the big man, that is.
I mean, we saw some pretty good dunks there. I mean, DeMar DeRozan was looking good. Embiid was looking good.
Was the best.
Big man. What's your vote? What's your vote, Lloyd?
Even though mine, I want to go Embiid.
You have to. Lloyd, you have to. I know it pains you to do that.
Yes.
But that's dunk of the year. It's dunk of the year. It's dunk of the year, though.
And you're going with Embiid?
I have to go with Embiid. It's dunk of the year.
With Embiid. It was a great dunk. Passing it out. But, all right, so we're going to send it over to some topics. The big game. How do we feel about the big game that happened? We got the Bengals. We got the Rams. I want to hear your thoughts on it, Nick.
Listen, it was a fun game to watch, I think, overall. Joe Burrow got destroyed the entire game. The entire game he got destroyed. 7 sacks by the Rams defense. Aaron Donald was all over the place in the backfield. I think it's good for Matt Stafford. He deserved a ring for all those years he spent in Detroit. That's a chamber in Detroit. I mean, my Lord, it's the penitentiary at some point. I mean, they don't get to the playoffs ever. But yeah, to see him get a ring, I think is really nice. And Von Miller gets another ring. Aaron Donald finally gets one to solidify his Hall of Fame career as well. I think the Rams deserve to win. I picked them to win too, and they got the job done. Only by 3 points, but it was a good game to watch.
Now, Lloyd, what do you think? I want to hear about Eli Apple. I want to hear about some burnt toast. I want to hear about our boy OBJ getting his ring.
Exactly.
He got injured.
Unfortunately,
what are your thoughts on it?
Unfortunately, Odell went down, unfortunately with the ACL injury. But listen, Apple couldn't guard anybody. I mean, toasted apple. What we said? Toasted apple pie.
Yeah.
I mean, I think apple pie a little bit crisper. It's kind of good. But on the football field, in all seriousness, you got to be able to guard somebody. He wasn't really guarding Odell the entirety of the time. Another receiver. I mean, Odell did score on someone else. It was on Hilton, I believe. So, overall, the Rams just dominated this football game. It was only a 3-point win. Hopefully, that 3 points could have had me win some money. But, hey, it is what it is. Some things happen, but the Rams were the better team, and I'm glad that Matthew Stafford was able to get a ring.
Yeah, so I agree with both of you guys. Great game overall. Cooper Kupp put on a performance MVP. Hopefully, Odell can get back to his former great self. Now we got to talk about James Harden. James Harden. In Philly, we got the Nets trade. We got the Philadelphia Sixers trade. I got to hear who won this trade, Nick.
I'll tell you. I think, I'll say this. Both teams got what they wanted in this trade. Both teams got what they wanted.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, both teams got what they wanted in this trade. The Nets, they got Ben Simmons, a perimeter defender. They add Seth Curry to, shoot on the outside, Drummond down low to get some boards.
Yeah.
Good, right? The Sixers got their star, Lloyd. They got their star in James Harden to pair alongside the process, Joel Hans Embiid. When you pair a player of the Hall of Fame caliber of James Harden, it's going to be a good thing for Philadelphia. He adds a scoring presence to that team. They still have good depth. They got to keep Matisse Thybulle and Tyrese Maxey. That's why I think the Sixers won, because they kept those young players intact, kept the perimeter defense with Thybulle, kept their young player in Tyrese Maxey, and adding James Harden to that mix is going to be huge for them as they continue on to try and get that title after the process.
Lloyd, come on. Come on, Lloyd. Let's hear it. You rooting for the Nets? You rooting for the Sixers? Who do you think won that trade?
He can't root for either one.
Who do you think won that trade?
I'm not hearing nothing he talking about. Number one, you don't address him as Ben Simmons anymore. He's Ben 10 in the city.
Oh my God.
Number two, you're gonna get James Harden, the one that you believe you're gonna get, you're not gonna get. Him and his hamstring ain't right, and we're gonna see how well that goes into the postseason. And then the process. For number three, the process is dead. That process has been dead respectfully been dead for like about 3 years. Because again, the guy that you wanted so much to shoot a jump shot is not shooting any J's. But then again, he was shooting a few threes back in Brooklyn's practice. But that's neither here nor there. So we're gonna be seeing what this Brooklyn squad is gonna be doing. You guys got your guy, but hey, you gave up a lot to get him. All I can say is, don't come back to this city with no championship. Because you're gonna hear from me. Ain't gonna hear it from my organization.
I'll hear it. But,
take all the smoke.
But with Ben 10, he shot 3-pointers every practice for the Philadelphia 76ers and never shot in the game. The same thing's going to happen in Brooklyn. He's going to fold in the playoffs and nothing. He's not going to shoot threes. He's going to be Hack-a-Ben once again in Brooklyn.
You saw what he said, that, again, March 10th, I believe is the day that he's
March 10th, he's supposed to come back to Philadelphia.
The reporter asked him, do you want to play? He's like,
we'll see.
So.
We'll see.
We will see. And now we are going to see.
So I think personally, I think both teams won. They got what they wanted. For the future, I'm going to have to go with the Nets on this one. Ben Simmons is a star, but at the end of the day, it matters about winning championships. Doesn't matter how good your future is. But really quick topic. Can you be a fan of two teams real quick? What are you saying?
Not a chance. Your loyalty has to be with one team only, not where you're from, one team. It doesn't matter if it's across the country, wherever you're from, you can only be a fan of one team. You have to be loyal.
One team. Okay. What do you say, real quick?
You can do it on both teams because obviously you can have your hometown team, then you can have the team that you're loyal with. Quick question. Someone asked me if I wanted to root for the Buffalo Bills and also the New York Giants. My loyalty is to the Giants. So if the Bills were to win, unfortunately, I'm going to have to take that L. But guess what? It's a small W in the sense of my hometown team.
All right, so we heard from both of you. I think you'd be a fan of multiple teams, but everyone has their home team, their one team. But that is all we have today for All Access. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned, and we'll see you at the next one.